Hello everyone, the Nerdy Steve here, and today we're going to do a little bit of a different video that I plan on doing whenever they make a banned and restricted announcement, and that is a banned and restricted announcement reaction. I don't play every single constructed format, but I do watch a lot of it, so I figured it'd be fun to talk about it. And there are a couple that impact me directly as someone who's been playing Explore, and one of the reasons why I'm making this video instead of releasing a gameplay is because I was going to post a video featuring Blue Red Phoenix in Explorer, and with the expressive iteration banned, that video is no longer as relevant. So let's go. First and foremost is we have the bans of Winota and expressive iteration in Pioneer, and conversely, expressive iteration is now banned in Explorer. So they talk about Pioneer. So Pioneer and Explorer are very intrinsically linked in that Pioneer is the paper version of Explorer. Explorer is an MTG Arena exclusive format, and eventually, or ideally, it will match Pioneer's card pool as much as possible. First, they need to introduce all the cards that aren't on the Arena client into it. So until then, it is known as Explorer, but eventually will be Pioneer. So Pioneer right now just banned Winota. Winota has been banned in Explorer, I think, for a little over a month. So this is just kind of Pioneer. The reason that they haven't banned Winota in Pioneer is they said it was taking over the Explorer ladder, so it was much more important to react to it there and ban Winota in Explorer because of the smaller card pool. But over time, it has become clear that Nai Winota is suppressing diversity as its power and consistency has drastically reduced incentives to play other linear creature based strategies. So that's their reasoning for banning it in Pioneer, and that was kind of the reason why they banned it in Explorer. But there was more options to combat it in Pioneer, but I think they kind of finally felt, you know what, enough is enough. And I think that's great. Anyone who knows me knows how much I hate Winota. I think Winota, while it was definitely beatable in Explorer and previously, it just was too much of a I play Winota and attack and I win card. And I felt it really, really reduced any type of interesting dynamic gameplay. And while it could exist, a lot of times was if your opponent has Winota and you don't have your answer that turn, which could happen very well like as a third turn, you just lost. And that's not fun for anyone, right? So that makes a lot of sense. The expressive iteration is a new band in Pioneer and in Explorer as well. And they say here expressive iteration has been a multi format all star since its release in Strixhaven School of Mages. It has fueled a variety of highly successful exit strategies in Pioneer by both providing card selection and card advantage at a much higher rate than what is available to other decks, making it extremely difficult for other strategies to engage with them in wars of attrition. Now, it is also important to note that Explorer does not have the Pioneer Delve cards of Treasure Cruise here, which is an 8 mana card with Delve that can draw you 3 cards, and Dig Through Time. Those cards are really, really, really powerful. And they note here that although we recognize that there are several other powerful card draw spells in the format, notably Treasure Cruise and Dig Through Time, we currently believe that the Delve spells contribute to blue decks and Pioneer having a unique identity among Eternal formats. So, what they mean here is Treasure Cruise and Dig Through Time, I think, are banned in basically every other format because they are so efficient and so good and can reliably draw you 3 cards for maybe 1 mana with Treasure Cruise, and Dig Through Time can has such huge card selection for 2 mana at instant speed. And they are saying we know expressive iteration is good and very, very comparable to these two Delve cards. However, these Delve cards are banned everywhere else and not here, so let's try and keep them not banned, and then we can ban expressive iteration. So it makes Pioneer and hopefully Explorer, if these are introduced anytime soon, have a unique feeling among the Eternal formats. And I get that. I don't necessarily think expressive iteration needed to be banned. However, I do understand that it really, really contributed to the power level of certain decks. So I can understand why. And this reasoning for the expressive iteration ban in Pioneer doesn't necessarily follow through to Explorer right now because we do not have Treasure Cruise and Dig Through Time. But we'll see when those are introduced how powerful they really, really are. And they are very, very powerful. But as I say, we have fewer strong cantrips and no fetch lands. So they really, really want the Delve cards to continue to be part of the format, right? So I think that's a really, really cool I'm happy to see bannings. I personally don't I never really hate bannings as much as other people, mainly because I play online, so when they ban a deck I'm not losing so much money, right? But I do think health of a format and diversity of format is really, really important. And so when you can ban these really, really powerful cards that are really, really suppressing other strategies, I think that, and I hope a lot of people would agree, that's a good thing. They also talk about other formats. Modern, Legacy, and Vintage, again, are decks I watch. I don't really play. And they're not making any changes to those. They do note that, the metagames seem to be diverse. They have a combination of healthy, aggressive strategies, control strategies, and everything. So they're not going to make any changes to those, which makes a lot of sense. They also talk about standard, which a lot of people play, and I play a lot. And so what they say here is our data from the Platinum and higher MTG Arena ladder shows the standard metagame as being in a healthy spot. Various three-color mid-range decks, mid-speed decks are the most played archetypes, the most popular of which, Esper and Grixis, each occupy about 10% of the ladder. Jeskai variants featuring Hinata, Dawn, Crowned, or Lier, Disciple of the Drowned, have been growing in popularity at higher levels of play, but remain within the healthy population and win rates. Conversely, Rune 4 champion decks in Mono White aggro have become less popular over time. Mono Green aggro, while not one of the most popular decks, shows promising win rates against many of the more popular archetypes. And they say that this is indicative of a healthy metagame, and I kind of agree. I think standard's in a pretty good space now. We've seen a lot of Jeskai variants, specifically the Hinata Dawn Crown decks, becoming very popular, specifically winning a lot of stuff on Magic the Gathering online. But I think there's a time to react in the metagame to combat that, and I don't think it's anything that deserves a banning yet. In standard rotates in a couple months, we don't have a new set until rotation. We're gonna lose a lot of these very powerful cards like Goldspan Dragon, expressive iteration, right? So I think we're in a very fine spot right now, and so there's no need to take action. And over the past couple, since Streets of New Capenna, Standard has been changing a lot. There's been kind of a new popular deck every week. So I think it's a very healthy and a very fine metagame, and there's no need for action. So yeah, let me know what you think. And that's gonna wrap up this short reaction video to the June 7th, 2022 banned and restricted announcement. I hope you enjoyed this. I like doing this type of stuff, and I'll probably do it every time there is a new banned and restricted announcement. But yeah, if you haven't already, I'd appreciate you commenting, or subscribing. I also stream live on Twitch many days of the week, and you can find me at twitch.tv/thenerdysteve. And yeah, I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, or evening wherever you are. Bye.